anyone. Okay, so I was thinking, let's have a prayer first. I haven't had a prayer for a long time. I mean, not with you guys. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you very much for this YouTube. Thank you for this opportunity to talk to folks and this opportunity to express my thoughts and feelings. Thank you for blessing us with reasonable health, better than it could be, and reasonable happiness, better than it could be. And bless us with safety this day, and help us to serve Thee in some way, and be able to hear Thy promptings. And these things we pray in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. So, I was thinking, if you really want to be happy, the best way to be happy is being grateful. There are many different things people could tell you to do to be happy, but that one works. And it really is, it changes you. That's why it works. Okay, so I'm going to I'm going to look at things, and I'm going to decide if I'm grateful for them or not, and why I am. Because there's a reason to be grateful for everything. Okay, so I'm looking at fields. Oh, look at the... Okay, so I'm grateful for cornfields because I do love corn, and because it helps with our gasoline, and it's making the whole planet fat, and it tastes good. Anyway, there's a fence. I'm grateful for fences because it helps me to know what my limits are. I have a hard time with limits sometimes. I don't really appreciate that this is actually a limit and you need to not walk past this spot, and that you are the trespasser they are referring to, that they don't want, even though it's just a little me. Anyway, so I appreciate fences. I do appreciate fences. I appreciate houses. There's houses. I have a nice house. I have an amazing house, don't I? I mean, I can't believe the house I have. I remember walking in Phoenix when I was I guess I was 20, and I remember walking, I was trying to get from 17th or 19th Street North, or something like that, to 40th Street South. I was going to Camelback Mountain. I was going to climb the mountain. Daniel, my Daniel, you know Daniel. Daniel is going to Mount Everest today. He was in Kilimanjaro yesterday. His little tiny flight leaves tomorrow, I think. And from there they go to the beginning of climbing Mount Everest. And they're going to go up to base camp. Unbelievable. I'm grateful that he hasn't died from any of his stunts, and I pray that he doesn't die from any more. But he's not going for any particular reason, except his girlfriend wants to go and his friends want to go, and so he's just doing it to have fun. He's not like I'm going to be the best mountain climber, or do it or die or whatever. Anyway, so gratitude. Trees. I am really grateful for trees. Without trees, we would have no shade. We would have no birds. And we would have a lot less oxygen. And they're so beautiful, and they're so varied, and they're homes for all the animals. And they fall in the lines, and they break when they have an ice storm, and they lay on the lines like that, and they turn off your power. But I'm still grateful for oh, look at how beautiful the pussy willows are on the willow. Oh my gosh, they're so beautiful. I'm sorry, just driving by. Lots of fallen trees in these woods now, I think I'm gonna have to clean up our woods. Yes, thank you for fallen branches, because we can use them for firewood, because animals like them. Okay, what else? Roads. Here we are on a road. I always say that roads are there to give you a general idea of where you should drive. know many would disagree. Many have disagreed. However, I have a car. We could call it Herbie or Herbette. Herbette. Because Herbette tries not to hit trees, but sometimes where she wants to go and where those trees are, there's a little bit of a squeeze there, and sometimes, you know, a bumper here, a dent there, whatever, you know. A few screws can easily be replaced, but never are, and so the fender flops. I mean, not like that, just a little bit. That would be funny. They wouldn't let you drive. When I had that accident oh yes, that accident. I'm grateful that I didn't die in that accident. That could have been a serious accident. But I didn't. I made it. There's purpose. I have to do something important here. Laundry and dishes and run the garden and hang out with my kids. I like my kids. You know, I've been speaking with all 5 of my kids a lot lately. I don't usually get to talk to Abraham very often because he doesn't live at home. And having him here is really fun. I'm grateful that I have Abraham at home. I'm grateful I have Abraham. He's an awesome son. And Daniel, I'm grateful that I've been able to talk to him since he's going to go to Mount Everest. He thought he should phone and tell his parents. So we had a video call and we added a person or two along the way. And it was nice. But then he wrote to me yesterday and he said, you can have my stuff at Ben's house. And I thought, what? Are you really serious? You're thinking you're going to die on this trip? And so I talked to him today and he says, no, Ben just phoned and wanted to know what he wanted to do with it. Or he messaged him. I need a little 4-wheeler. That's what I need. A Herbette. But appropriate Herbette, don't you think? We shall go on a Herbette search soon. Oops. Sorry about that. Your wires got hung up here and now you're having problems. Anyway, what else am I grateful for? Town. I am grateful for town. I'm grateful for gas stations. I'm grateful for places where you can get something to drink. Tim Hortons. I don't usually go to Tim Hortons, but Giant Tiger. I'm grateful for all these stores. I'm grateful that I have enough money for what I need and a bit more. I'm very grateful for that. I've never been in that position before. So it's very nice. And I suppose at 67, you know, that's what happens. I got part of my parents' house from, you know, when they died. And so I was going to put a dormer. Up in the roof over the loft. I thought that would be nice. That's all I was going to do. And I called my carpenter friend and he came over and he said, well, why don't you just raise the whole roof? And I thought, what? You can do that? Oh, yeah. And he said a price and I thought, all right. And so he took off the roof is what he did, half of the roof, and he rebuilt that whole side of the house. The walls of the living room and then he built a new room upstairs. Thank you. Oh, I'm still on here. I forgot. Sorry. Somebody just said she liked my car. I like my car too. She liked it because it's got things all written on it, like trust in the Lord, or you are loved, or I don't know, stuff that the girls at girls camp decided to put on. And on the front says Young Women's Camp 2022. If all had gone as planned, we would have been doing it again this summer. But I am not capable of maintaining I'm not capable of maintaining a park or a campground. It's a pretty big deal, pretty big thing to do. Anyway, and I just couldn't keep up. The amount of stuff that I did was only a few hours a day. I was exhausted though, but anyway, I tried. I did my best. I really did. I did more than I really could, So I know I did my best. I didn't slack off. But I'm not aware of how much pain I'm in all the time. It's not really an issue. Like, I don't know, what would be a 4 for everybody else is just a 1 to me, because I'm so used to it. But now and then it spikes, right? You move and everything wakes up and says, oh, let's all jump up. Like the nerve endings all have little knives, and when you move, when anything changes, they all jerk and fire. Anyway, I'm very grateful for a car. I'm really grateful for a car. I'm so lucky, because I lived without a car when I was young. I had no car. And I'm so grateful. My cars have been I can be mobile, even when I can't walk, right, because of the pain. Because of a car, I can drive on little tiny dirt roads and stop in the dirt road and enjoy the scenery and watch the birds and the animals and animal tracks. I can do all that from my car. Sorry, I had a few things happening there. You're a big truck. Anyway, so with a car, you can drive to all kinds of awesome places where you can get around. And I forget what those awesome places are on a cloudy, cold, dreary day. And so I end up wasting the day staying inside and doing very little, because I have no energy on those days, because I am solar powered. When the sun is out, I have energy. Take the sun away and I just wilt. Very interesting. Drove a school bus for a little while guess that was before I started making videos, right? I didn't make videos on the bus. Well, maybe, no, maybe I did make videos, yeah. Yeah, I started wearing hats. And Nancy Today was part of that. But wait, I wore hats in Connecticut that year. That was when I started videos, my very first video. I'm so grateful for YouTube, and then I get to do this. I get to turn my life into a playground. You know what I'd like to do? I'd like to drive and go sit by a lake. You know, it would be nice to go down to the Great Lakes. Just to go down and... That's strange. Oh, I get it. Okay. Sorry, I picked the wrong spot, so I have to go around again and get a better spot here. A more appropriate spot, which I guess would be right here. Alright. So I'll have to go in a minute. Oh, look at that. Okay, so now that we're stopped driving, I have something on the side of my hand. Look at that. I think I got a splinter. I was moving the wood out of the way yesterday. I was laying on the couch a lot on the shady deck. I like it out there. It's really nice. And if I lay on my side and look out, I can see the view. But there was all the firewood in front of it. So I just moved logs over. And now I have a nice slope going up, and I can see. It's nice. I like my view. Do you know, when I was married to a farmer once, it was a thing to do to sit on your front lawn and watch the traffic in the summer. I guess I was kind of a city girl. Definitely I was a city girl compared to that, but a town girl. Well, whatever. A university town girl. Anyway, things are changing. There's getting to be little bits of leaves coming out on the trees, or actually what it is the catkins, you know, these things that hang down, these seed pods that are just long little lines. Well, I guess it depends what kind of trees you've got. This is, oh, I guess that's a peely tree. A birch, is that a paper birch? No, it looks like a paper birch up at the top, but down at the bottom it looks like a maple. Weird. The bark anyway. Okay, so, oh yes, I pulled up a cattail. Oh, good morning. Good morning. How are you, Uma? Ouch, it's a splinter and I can't get it out. Anyway, so what were we talking about? So today's Friday. Friday. Willem is in Holland. Abe is staying with me, and the little family stayed overnight with us. They were going to stay again last night, but figured they better go home and do their, baths and all the things that they do at home. They can do them in our house. They used to do them in our house when they lived there. I'm so glad I went for a walk this morning. And then I even made a video down there. I think that the Moat Road, I think it's, we have to say goodbye to the Moat Road. I think it's just gonna stay flooded until the beavers move out, and the beavers have just moved in. Beavers don't just move out. They they live in the stream. They just move from part to part. So you have them for a few years until they've eaten everything they want, and then they'll move downstream or upstream and dam something else up and eat all that stuff. They dam it up so that they can easily get to the wood, because they have very short little feet, and they have web feet, and so it's great for being in the water, but they can't walk long distances to get their food, because then they're in danger. Okay, so I gotta go. Oh no, I don't. Meeting up. Having a meetup. But the meetup is not until 7 more minutes. So we're good. I showed Willem how green it was here. I just showed him I'm getting used to the view, right? The view has changed. We have not had snow now for maybe 6 days. And I mean, it was everywhere, right? This girl in a Tesla has a laptop open beside her thing. So does she work while she's driving? Like, is it self-driving, so it's okay? I'm glad this road curves, because for a moment, everybody comes straight at me. I guess I could spruce up my face. I got this boom stuff. Start with glow, and it goes around your lips, and also goes a bit over your forehead and down your nose. The next one is color. I used to sell Mary Kay years ago. Mary Kay was very good stuff, I thought. And this other stuff I put under my eyes, it's Botox, Stemtox. It's stem cell stuff. You know, I do this just because I feel like it. And I only feel like it because it's new. I'll get tired of it and I won't do it anymore. But for now, it's lots of fun changing what I look like. As long as I need it, I don't care. There. How's that? Dashing. Wait a minute, I'm not supposed to be dashing. Hey, I didn't put any clips in my hair. Silly girl. Hey, I think the sun is coming out. The sun will come out tomorrow. So how do I look? Isn't that fun? Change your appearance like that. Just makes you look a little bit like you're not wasting away in the chair. Rocking slower and slower. Rocking slower and slowly. Or more slowly and more slowly. Slowerly and slowly. Okay, there we go. Since I have to look at you, me. Ooh, here comes the hair. Half of it will go while you're old. And it doesn't grow back very well. Okay, all is well. Everything seems to be greening up as I sit and look at it. Seems to be the hue is changing. I think it has to do with the light. These cloudy days are difficult, you know. But taking care of somebody is helpful. Right? There we go, see? It's not all bad. But you know, why is it that like, my gratitude is supposed to be for everything. In everything, give thanks. So that means I'm supposed to be grateful for really cold, damp, cloudy days. And I know there's reasons to be grateful for it. You know, it has to do with climate. It has to do with the whole water cycle. The plants, the needs of, like rain is important. It doesn't take long before you don't, But until then, so I have to start refiguring my approach. When I see a cloudy day, when I open my eyes and it's dreary out, what is my reaction? My brain fires and goes immediately to, it's got a rut, right? Cloudy day, yuck. Like those are they're intertwined. And I think I might not be alone in this. I think that if you notice in the grocery store and different places, people are much more miserable on a cloudy day. Especially if it's not nice enough to go outside, really. You're in between, right? It's these seasonal in-betweens. It's on the corners of the seasons. So, what else about gratitude? What else I'm grateful for? Oh, I think it's coming out. Oh my gosh. If you get a splinter and you wait overnight, you get this great thing that your body does, piles all the white blood cells together and makes it big around it and protects the body from this invasion. And then it'll push it out. Little bit by little bit. All right, I have to mute it now. I think what are we doing next? Okay, so let's go head out. Did you have breakfast?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I always have breakfast.
I know. Okay then. So the buds are opening. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, buds are opening.
Yeah, they are. Little tiny leaves. And there's always a flower.
They're little things. They're like seeds on trees that grow the leaves.
Yeah, that's right.
And they're called buds.
Yeah, that's right.
I love that trees and everything drops seeds. So like, Grandma, look!
Lots of trees
There's
down.
There's a weeping tree.
A weeping willow?
Uh-huh.
Oh, look at that. Oh my.
It's a weeping willow.
It's weeps.
Look, Mommy's call.
Indeed, yeah.
I haven't seen weeping willows very often.
No. Is your mouth full of candy? Is that what's going on? I can hear that. Sounds like you're 1 year old. You just learned to talk. Okay then. Yes, I guess you could be watching the road.
What?
I was just talking on my video.
Oh.
You said you thought that you wanted to be watching you should be watching the road and not me. You're supposed to think I'm wonderful, amazing, so beautiful. Have
What?
to watch. I'm just talking to my camera. Here's your hairband thing.
I saw.
Do you want it?
Nothing.
I'll just keep it right there for you for another time. Oh. There we go. Okay, I think I'm gonna hang up. I think we're gonna be done. Bye.
Tootsie Rolls.